thank you so much for joining us. I want to share with you guys this very important idea of why I do these videos, the importance of them. I want to share with you guys a very famous Hasidic story from the 5th Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Rebbe Rashab, and the story made in a very, very powerful imprint on me in my life for the rest of my life. The Rebbe Rashab once asked his son, the 6th Lubavitcher Rebbe, he basically gave him a piece of watermelon, and he went. He had the son, Reb Yitzchak Schneerson, had the piece of watermelon, and he basically asked, when his son came back, he said, "Did you share the watermelon with your friends?" And the 6th Rebbe said, "Of course." The Rebbe's son said, "Of course." He said, "Share it with your friends." And he asked him, "Did you share the bigger piece?" And when he said he didn't share the bigger piece, he gave him a patch. It's the only time that the 5th Lubavitcher Rebbe hits his son. And it's a very powerful story. And the Frierdiker Rebbe goes on to write about the story in a number of places. And he shares that of all the experiences he had with all the great educators, the greatest education he had was when he experienced the story. Now, we're not for hitting children or anything like that, God forbid. On the contrary, we want to show tremendous love, and we want to do things in the way of love. And since the times of Russia, tremendous things have changed. However, from this story, I realized that life is about contributing your biggest piece to society, to God, to those who God blesses us with the ability to bestow and give. Because at the end of the day, after 120 years, you can't take your riches with you. The only thing that you really take with you is the Torah learning you had in this world, and more importantly, the massive impact that we make on this world, ultimately the legacy that we lives on with us. And so therefore, for those of you who knew me before, I used to throw a lot of events in Los Angeles, and through that I learned that life has more than just money and games and excitement and parties, although there are really fun parties, and when I come back to Los Angeles we'll definitely throw incredible Hasidic parties again and really bring the crowd together. But ultimately the idea is I want to share with you the creme de la creme of the experiences that I've had in the last 5 years in rabbinical school, in yeshiva here in Morristown, New Jersey. And I've had here exposure to the greatest wisdom and the greatest rabbis of the world, the greatest sages of the world. I have basically access to the secrets of the world, which I believe, and I want to share them with you. I want that every Russian Jew, but all Jews, but especially Russian Jews, because in my opinion, that Russian Jews are really the creme de la creme, and the Rebbe was very into Russian Jews, and I really believe Mashiach comes through Russian Jews, because Russian Jews had to go through different experiences that were unique to them, and they have a different or choizer, rebounding light that really reflects very strongly. And eventually, with God willing, as my friends keep making money and get married, eventually they'll have families, and you realize the key importance in life is to have purpose, continuity, Jewish values, meaning, purpose, fulfillment. And when we live in such a way, then we have true happiness, we have true wealth, we have the abundance of wealth, and we truly usher in the Messianic era. So therefore, the intention of these videos is to give those access who didn't have the chance to go to rabbinical school, who didn't have a chance to go to yeshiva. And thank God, due to my very fortunate circumstances, I was able to have this opportunity, and I feel it's my responsibility and ultimately my gift that I can bestow to share these unbelievable secrets that offer tremendous peace of mind, truth, happiness, fulfillment, purpose, meaning, bountiful joy and excitement, and everything that a person can ever want in their life is all available to us through the Rebbe, through Chabad Hasidus, through the Torah that God bestows upon us, to this unbelievable gift. So L'chaim, L'chaim, thank you so much for tuning in. And my commitment to you, and the reason I do these videos, is to do my best to research the world and figure out and answer your tough questions and get to the bottom of what happiness is, what meaning is, and what fulfillment is. And I want to share that true wealth and knowledge with you based on authentic Judaism. Thank you so much.